Hi, everyone. I wanted to talk to you today about travel insurance. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. And we have a nice PowerPoint. So why would you need travel insurance? You've got three options when you purchase, well, actually two options when you purchase a vacation from me. I will either suggest the supplier travel protection plans or third-party travel insurance such as Travel Guard or Allianz. And there's a third option that's an add-on for emergency medical transport. So when do you need travel insurance? Before you travel and after you place your deposit is when you should purchase your travel insurance policy. This will ensure if there are any pre-existing conditions, like if someone in your family gets sick and you can't travel, that you'll be covered. You can provide, as long as you provide required documentation when you file a claim, you will be reimbursed for all your non-refundable portions of your vacation. During your vacation, you need it in case you get hurt, you're on trip delay, or you get delayed on your trip on your way to your destination or a cruise ship. You can be reimbursed for things you have to purchase at the airport, things like that. So it's important. There's also multilingual concierge staff available for you 24/7 while you're traveling. They are there to speak to doctors on your behalf if you're in a country where English is not the first language. They're there to assist if you need emergency evacuation. So there's many reasons to have the travel insurance. So these are the general pieces of information with a supplier's travel protection plan. They will only cover the components of the trip that you booked with them. So if you did only hotel and flights, then anything else you add on their excursions, anything else you paid for, non-refundable, will not be covered. Typically, if you have to cancel your vacation, you would be eligible for only future travel vouchers. They rarely give cash refunds. Although you can, with some of the companies now since COVID, they have put available the option for cash refunds, but your premium you're going to pay is almost double. So you might want to keep that in mind. And benefits like trip interruption, trip delay, medical expenses are quite low compared to the third-party travel protection. And you would need to purchase the policy with your deposit. So third-party travel protection, we can add every piece of non-refundable components to the policy and it will cover everything. So if we book you a cruise and then we go to the airline and book your airline, we book you a pre or post hotel, anything that's non-refundable, we can put under this one policy and it covers everything in case you need to cancel. If you purchase the policy within 14 days of placing your deposit, this will ensure that the pre-existing condition waiver has been added to your policy. The importance of that is, let's say at the last minute, your boss says you cannot travel. You were able to travel the day you booked your policy. He was okay with it. Now he's not okay. That would be a covered reason If you provide documentation, typically a letter from your boss saying you are not allowed to travel, they need you at the company, file the claim, you can get completely reimbursed. As I said, I think I already covered that. The benefits are higher with the supplier than the supplier travel protection with the insurance companies. Now, some of them also allow you to include an extra layer of protection. Typically, no one is going to cover you if you're going bungee jumping or you're doing any kind of an extreme sport. But if you know ahead of time that you are definitely going to go bungee jumping or you're going to do something wild and crazy, Travel Guard will allow you to add an adventure sports bundle. It's great. You're covered. If you get hurt, you're protected. So MetaJet Assist and MetaJet Horizon, these are the emergency evacuation memberships. They're not travel insurance. They don't take the place of travel insurance, but they do assist if you have the membership, which is really pretty reasonable. You can do it on a yearly basis or per trip. If you are in a major crisis and you need to get out of where you are and to a hospital of your choice back home, this is good coverage to have. A lot of corporations use this for their travel warriors that are on the road all the time. So as long as you're at least 150 miles from home domestically or you're away internationally, you can use either one of these programs. Why would you want to consider these? 10 million plus travelers are hospitalized abroad each year. That's big. And no one plans to get sick. No one plans to get hurt. But things do happen and you need to be protected. 2 million plus travelers each year require medical transport. If you're needing that, if you think you might ever need it, you may want to consider the MetaJet. 3 out of 4 travelers are now concerned about safety. The MetaJet Horizon is an extra layer because they will protect you in cases of terrorist attacks and things that you never think you'd ever come up with. So the bottom line, whether you travel to a beach destination or take a cruise vacation, make sure you protect yourself. You work hard for your money, and a lot of times your vacation can be your biggest expenditure for the year. So you need to protect your investment. I typically will suggest third party over supplier insurance as you have the option of getting all your money back for a covered reason. And when you get your policy, whether it is the supplier protection or it is a third party travel insurance plan, you need to read the policy and make sure that you understand exactly what you're purchasing. And that's the end of my presentation on travel insurance. I hope you found that interesting. We're going to be doing a lot of talks in the next couple of weeks with our suppliers, a lot of cruise lines, tour companies. I will put out a schedule via email to all my clients. I hope you'll come and watch. Thank you very much for joining